we had to take a wall out and build a new wall and put a door in. We had to take the 2 front swinging doors, take them out, flip them around so they would swing out the other way. I mean, all kinds of stuff that we had to, all the hoops we had to jump through. And in our frustration, we say, well, if we wanted to open a beer joint, it wouldn't be a problem, but we're trying to have a church and we can't get in there. So we did everything they asked us to do. We figured out how many parking spaces we had to have for the number of people that we had. And everything was ready to go. And we were planning to have church on Sunday. And the guy from the city was supposed to come on Friday and give us a permit to have church. And he goes up there like 5 minutes to 5. And he right at the last minute. And he goes, no, your parking spaces are not right. You can't have church this Sunday. So now at the last minute, we got to go back to the Holiday Inn and get that set up again. And when he came back the next week, all he said was, you need to move this brick over here and this brick over here and you'll be all right. Now he could have done that Friday and we could have had church there. But see, the enemy was fighting us all kinds of ways. See, when you step out on faith, don't think it's going to be smooth sailing. The enemy's going to fight. He's going to try to test your will and test your determination. So we finally got in that place. Did $4,000 worth of renovations to that place. I got a phone call, and the lady said, our dad passed away, and he built this church over on Marshall Street, and we feel like the Lord spoke your name to us. So would you be interested in coming? Look, we want to sell it. Well, we only had a handful of people, and we literally had about $200 total in the church budget. But I said, you know what, I'll go look at it. So I came up, and I found a place, and I peeked through the little mail slot there, and I was trying to see what I could see. And we decided to get the leaders together, and we came and we got the key, and we walked around inside, and we looked at it, and I just felt like, we could do something here. And you're going to see on the video how it looked before we made the changes. It's a very big difference. And this room wasn't even finished. It was just raw rafters back there. I mean, it was just a lot of stuff that hadn't been done. And anyway, I came back that night, and I just started to pray, and I said, Lord, if you want us to stay over here at the fish store, I call it the fish store. If you want us to stay at the fish store until you come, I'm fine with that. But if you want us to take a step of faith, I'm ready to do that. I just felt in my spirit this was the thing to do. And I had a habit back then of marching around stuff. When I wanted something from the Lord, I just marched around it. So I marched around the pew 7 times. And I said, Lord, I think this is your will. I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus. Next morning we had church. I preached. I sat before the open door. I told the church about the place. I said, after church, we're going to go look at it and we'll talk about it. We all came in. Everybody says, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But more than what it looked like, I was feeling something. Something was inside me. It was stirring up. And I just really felt like this is the thing to do. I said, tomorrow night we're going to have a meeting. We had a church meeting. And I told the Lord, I said, Lord, if we don't get a 100% vote, I'm not going to do it. So we had the meeting. I presented everything to everybody, the price of the building. There was another church that had a great congregation, had $10,000 cash for earnest money. They were ready to put down on the building. We had $200. And they brought the whole church out here and looked at the place, and they were gung-ho, ready, making an offer and everything. But the lady said, I just feel like the Lord wants you to have this place. So I'm putting them on. So we took a vote, 100% vote. One lady kind of made a little smart comment of, well, I just want to know how we're going to pay for it. I said, well, if this is what God wants, He'll provide the money somehow. So He told us we needed, I think it was $4,000 for down payment in order to sign the papers and get the building. We didn't have any money. We found out we couldn't buy a building because we weren't legally a church. We were just a bunch of people that were getting together. I mean, you can have a house church and call it church, but you can't buy property that way. You've got to be a legal entity in the state of North Carolina recognized by the United States.